E aí pessoal, beleza? Bom, hoje tô aqui para mais um vídeo da série de Genshin Impact. Vamos continuar, né? Se você quiser ver essa série desde o início, eu vou deixar um card aqui em cima. E, se puder, se inscrever no canal e ativar o sininho, ajuda demais, beleza? É o seguinte, primeiro, vamos resgatar, tenho que resgatar tudo, né? Pelo amor, tá aí. É o seguinte, fui fazer missão diária hoje. Calma aí, Bento. Fui fazer missão diária hoje. A missão diária tinha a ver com um local por aqui. É aí em cima. Não é em cima? Fui lá fazer a missão diária. Aí continuou a missão que a gente estava fazendo. Que é essa daqui. Ou seja, chegamos ali. Apareceu aquela garota lá dos chifres. Junto com a retentora de nuvem. No caso, nós chegamos junto com a retentora de nuvem, né? Encontramos a garota do chifre lá. Pelo que eu vi, a retentora de nuvem meio que tipo quer saber como estão as duas garotas, né? A do chifre e a Shenhe, né? Ela quer saber como estão, mas ela não quer que elas saibam, sabe? Que ela quer saber. E não sei se eu deixei, enfim, não sei. Eu sei que tipo a missão continuou sendo o que eu nem queria, véio. Eu tava fazendo missão diária. Se tem uma coisa que eu não gosto é isso, velho. Aí conversamos lá com a garota do chifre lá. Já, digamos, como é que eu posso falar? Já deu pra matar a saudade, sei lá. A retentora da nuvem lá, da garota do chifre, que eu esqueci o nome, tá bom? E agora a gente vai pra cá, ó. Tá escrito aqui, quer ver, ó? Ó, vá para o restaurante para ver Shenhe. A gente já viu a garota do chifre e agora é a vez da Shenhe. São duas, né? Que a gente viu aí no vídeo passado. Você não esperava vir a retentora de nuvem em forma humana. Ela diz que deseja visitar seus discípulos no porto. É o discípulo, né? Então ela já visitou a do chifre lá e agora é a Shenhe. Infelizmente, não vai dar para mostrar a cutscene, porque eu tava fazendo missão diária e começou do nada. Enfim. Tem uma coisa que eu não gosto é isso, velho. Eu não gosto quando a cutscene começa sem eu querer, velho. Mas vamos lá, não mudou muita coisa não. Só reencontraram lá e pronto. Agora vamos reencontrar a Shenhe. Bora pra lá. Mó tempo que eu não vejo ela. Fizemos uma missão dela, mó tempo antes, uma missão que tinha ela. Olha ela ali. Será que ela está se familiarizando? Ela é meio fechada, né?
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, how can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract from the presence of a fine lady, eh?
Olha só.
I'm far more interested in getting her details than ordering any
Que
dishes.
isso, rapaz?
Hey, how about you ask her?
Vai lá que ela vai gostar.
You do it.
No. I think you should. Wait, she's coming.
What can I get for you today?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to...
Travou.
What would you like to order?
Ela é assim mesmo, tá bom? Eu lembro dela.
2 servings of more meat to go. Good chat. Bye.
Eu lembro dela. Da personalidade, né? Pelo amor, fugiu os caras. Não vai nem sequer lembrar de nós.
Welcome. It's been a while. May I take your order?
Seca.
Don't welcome us as guests and greet us as old friends in the same line. It's weird.
Quanto tempo? Sim.
And this is?
This is Miss Shenhe.
Master?
Huh?
Huh.
One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to ascertain one's true identity with such ease?
É, já descobriu.
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take.
You...
Is something the matter, Master?
Hardly. Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well-being.
And check out the great food, too!
Indeed. It's almost lunchtime. My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very long.
Top.
Well, if it isn't the traveler in Paimon. Are you here for Shenhe? The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So, I've got things covered for now.
Olha só que
Go
chefe
ahead,
legal, hein?
sit down and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you know if things pick up.
Thank you, Chef Mao.
Vamos lá. Sente e converse. Licença, mulher, licença, licença. Opa. Licença, licença, tá bom? Pronto.
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most reasonable and accommodating. Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
Eu acho que não, ela tá todo mundo igual mesmo, tá nem aí.
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way.
Seems like you've been making progress. So by dealing with them...
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence. At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
Eu imagino.
Oh,
Parece razoável.
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you integrate so well into human society.
Olha só.
And you, Master? How have you been?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently.
I see. Just as expected of Master.
Ela quer dizer que sente muito sua falta. Exatamente.
I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time off soon to visit.
Oh, you did? Do make note of such matters in your letters in the future.
Eu não gosto de ficar
There's hardly
sozinha,
any to
não,
keep
né?
one in suspense.
whoa. Her mood shot up just like that.
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit
Aí, ó,
Ganyu?
Ganyu é a do chifre. Sim, visitamos. Sem querer. Porque o jogo que, tá ligado? Mas enfim, aconteceu muita coisa, não?
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was
Sim.
time only to
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how powerful she was before.
I see. In that case, allow me to also share a story about Master's past.
Ia lá.
Oh?
Ia lá, mulher. Os
Is that
podres.
a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess
Ela vai
you
falar monte de
possess.
coisa. Bruta. Como se fosse nada, quer ver? Vamos ver.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest.
Tá.
In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race. Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of...
Huh. What kind of device was it?
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
Eu acho que ela ganhou, hein?
Oh, you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only be infused with adeptal energy, and it can cover thousands of miles in one day.
Ô, louco.
Oh, it boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted with all his might, he could barely keep up. Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain.
E ela
was
perdeu.
thwarted mere seconds from victory when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch. Truly a most unfortunate.
Master, that was the end of that story.
Is that so? Huh. With you gone, one has seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils for another contest.
Have you been lonely, Master?
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, entire human generations come and go in the blink of an eye. Even one's own self-directed mute is a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous. What is the reason for that look upon your face?
Que isso?
It's nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. But all it took was a few words out of your mouth and it's like you're back to... Paimon's just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real...
To me, they are both Master. One is the Master that's widely revered by the people, while the other...
Huh. One finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt one with your words, yet you refuse to grace Mount Outsong with your presence. This is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a single ideal. Eschew all action and abide by no rule. One does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see
Parece que
fit.
tá...
Yet one places little weight in such judgments.
Parece que ela tá descrevendo a outra aqui, né?
She got like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple? And it's...
Do you have any empty tables?
Ih, tem que trabalhar.
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
Alright, good luck with the lunchtime.
I'll try my best.
Tá aí. Até que ela está socializando. Conforme mais convidados, o pai aproveita. Ih, a Paimon vai encher o bucho. Nossa, olha isso.
Paimon's gonna feast!
Empanturrar. Você pode comer isso dentro da nuvem. Essa comida é boa pra você?
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors.
Aí
The
sim.
dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied. In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration.
Só pensa em máquina.
Everything's so tasty. A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny?
But it smells so delightful. Can we really not eat here? My poor leg.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Okay, I'll ask around.
Nós ali mesmo pode fazer isso aí, ó. Dá nada não.
Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
Também não me importo. Desde que você não se importe com o nosso falatório.
Great! Thanks so much. My name is Shuyu, and this is my granny, Yuandai. Granny? Yep. Is there something wrong with that? No, Paimon's just a bit surprised. She
Não
looks
parece
so
não.
young. Yeah, a lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears.
Não tá jovem não. Yup.
Granny, why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite.
Huh. Have we met before?
No.
Tis a fated meeting, then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
I want braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground.
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu.
Ué, não existe não? Eu achei que existia.
Braised
né?
earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that?
Pai, você já viu o que a Shang Ling faz, filha? Perguntar não
Right,
ofende.
that's what Paimon was thinking too. Need any help? Oh, do you mean with Granny? Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confusing.
Entendi.
Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every morning.
E quanto aos seus pais?
They died young.
Ih,
It's
rapaz.
just me and Granny now. Oh, but it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got.
É isso aí.
Wow, you're really... You're too kind.
And me? Oh, what about me?
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle, and you're always there for...
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things.
Pelo amor.
I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found
Aqui, ó,
her,
aqui, ó, aqui, ó, ó.
I would be
Huh? That sounds super important.
But it was just a dream, so I forgot about it. But I'm in a good mood now, and somehow I remembered it again. You know, I believe I've had this dream a great...
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Oh, does that
Que
mean you're
isso, pai?
possessed?
Que isso?
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level.
Are you sure?
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not
Fala
an
aí, oi.
expert?
Fala aí, fala aí.
You're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dream...
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked
A younger version of Granny? This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave this situation to me.
Tá aí.
Are you sure? Paimon's Paimon.
Me chamo Viajante.
Just Shenyun is fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, Oh, we don't need any payment for this.
A gente só tá curioso sobre sua situação e queremos ajudar.
Thank you so much.
De nada.
But Miss Shenyun, what exactly can all we have to go off is that dream?
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
Certo.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to?
Ih, não
when
vai
you were-
lembrar.
Why, of course I do.
Ui.
The heavens above, the earth below.
Okay, taking that as a no. I might have an idea. Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine
Ô,
who
louco.
saved loads of people from a disaster.
Ô, louco, fala dela.
If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something. A martial arts heroine? Oh, Shinjo knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him.
Tá.
Let's go.
Are you leaving already? But I'm still...
Calma,
I'll go order
mulher.
some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuandai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss.
Corista.
Street word rambler?
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
Madame Ping, não é a mulher lá do...
Always wanted to try this place.
que nos deu aquele negócio? que nos deu o bullying de relaxar? Eu acho que é ela. Pergunte a Shingekyo sobre Yuandai. Vamos lá. Tá em cima ou tá embaixo? Acho que vai estar embaixo. Bora. A gente já tem o Shingekyo desbloqueado. Tá ali ele, ó. Vamos ver a história da vovó. O cara do livro, pelo amor. Solta esse livro aí, cara. Tô falando.
Huh. It's you two. What brings you here?
Shincho! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask...
Você explica a situação. Vamos ver.
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of.
Qualquer coisa é uma ajuda e ficaremos super agradecidos.
I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone, but considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been...
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago. As the people suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits in bandit camps. The people idolized her. All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tianheng. They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of other world. After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuandai. I hope that's...
Thanks a lot, Shincho. We knew it'd be worth talking to you.
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was...
Well, Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Shincho, if you've read up on her, do you know of any places often associated with her?
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of 3 places. Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jue. Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those 3 places.
Valeu,
Explain why
Chiquinho.
those locations appear in the various novels written about her.
Valeu, Chiquinho.
You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. If Miss Yuandai was indeed the original inspiration for the character, it's rare for a chivalric hero to fade into obscurity during their lifetime, even after retiring from the public eye. But no one ever saw or heard from the nameless heroine again.
Ela falou isso aí.
I've never understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory. It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something. There's probably far more to this.
We'll be sure to tell
Deve
you
ser
if
ela
we manage to
mesmo.
uncover the truth.
That's a deal. Perhaps, behind the truth of it all, there lies a story more
Paimon feels like we just learned so much from Shincho. A drought, a nameless heroine, a life of seclusion. Wait, what
Então.
Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too! Shincho, are droughts super
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed methods to prevent them. So while
Top.
droughts do happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters. The drought 50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to form bandit groups. What started as a natural...
That
Ô,
sounds
louco.
awful.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved. She must have been someone of true integrity to do so. Still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the truly calamitous disasters that befell this land in ancient times.
Nada comparado aos verdadeiros desastres calamitosos que recaiu sobre essa terra em tempos antigos. Do que está falando aí? Será Kenria?
They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest of Adepti could hope to dispel the ruin and devastation. Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Shenhe, and Paimon hopes that Granny Yuandai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people. So sad that she can't recall any of it. Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time, Shincho. Thank you so much for your help.
It's no problem at all. Safe travels.
Chiquinho é bruto, tá? Encontre-se com a Madame Ping. Eu vou pegar esse teleporte. Que a gente pula lá. Madame Ping acho que é aquela lá mesmo que a gente encontrou. Junto com a Yanfei, né? Eu lembro. Ela fica aqui em cima, ó, no cantinho. Bom, conseguimos ótimas informações, inclusive de locais pra gente visitar. O que já ajuda bem, né? E aí? Quanto tempo, hein?
I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh, thank you. Straight word, Ping. What has a me?
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change.
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong. Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to...
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden? I must say...
Well, the inquiry... Approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor? Not unlike the one that you yourself lead.
Ela quer ficar perto das discípulas dela. Ela não quer ficar sozinha não, nas montanhas não. Ela está mudando, hein? Né?
It does not require as much as you may think.
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping! What are you two talking?
Nothing save for some trivial matters.
Shincho has a theory, but let's save it for when Shuyu and Miss Yuandai have joined up with us again.
Shuyu e Yuandai logo chegam. A velhinha tá conseguindo? O que foi?
Do not be troubled, young lady.
What do you think, Shuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny?
According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount... I don't have many memories of him. But there was this one time, I found a box in her attic full of a bunch of weird sigils.
É a história, a mesma história que o Shingekyo ali, o Chiquinho falou, né? Parece que as histórias estavam no caminho certo, exatamente. Provavelmente deveríamos fazer uma visita para os 3 lugares mencionados nos livros. Isso aí.
I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. I can taste. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains.
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice.
Thank you.
Vamos lá então? Deixe-me descansar um pouco.
Okay, since we have the time, can I ask you
Fala.
something? Sure thing. What would you like to... I have a secret I want to tell you. Let's go talk over...
O que você tá escondendo? Experiência secreta.
What's wrong, Shuyu? Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking in the restaurant.
Ô, louco.
Are you guys all... Oh!
A Paimon não sabe mentir, vai dar ruim. Por que você diz isso?
Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus, I think I might have heard Miss Shenhe call herself an adept.
Culpa dela. Então não foi culpa minha, não.
Must have been a slip of the tongue. Shenhe, since you were the one who, misspoke, maybe you can explain to Shuyu.
Se vira. Se vira.
One is indeed an adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
Tá aí.
I knew it.
Você não parece nem um pouco surpresa.
Well, One time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane.
Era ela.
I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross. But then she put me on her back and flew me to her cool Adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed and my fever was gone.
Top, hein? Que maneiro.
I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance. So, I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have ever met an Adeptus like that?
Primeira vez em humano? Não, já teve o Yaksha lá, ué.
A pure white illuminated crane?
A garça.
The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown.
Acho que ele tá falando se já vimos adeptos humanos na versão humana.
Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
Never has one met an Adeptus with such features. One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from
Mas não era ela não que salvou? Ué, uma garça. Não existe outro Adeptus garça.
That's weird. Was it really just... Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny recover her memories.
Beleza.
Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, we just need to... Let's go to Wangshu Inn first!
Okay, I'll go get...
Será que não era ela não? Vamos pro albergue. Eu já vou pro albergue muitas vezes no dia. Missão diária tem algumas que é lá, né? Vamos lá averiguar o local. São 3 locais, esse mais 2. Vamos ver. Por enquanto a história tá batendo, hein?
Wangshu Inn.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Yes. The fish here is very delicious. And if you look out into the distance, I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window. Yes, I spent a lot.
I'll come with.
Ela morou aqui?
I'm still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place, that might...
Né?
Oh! Shell! What are you doing here all of a sudden? You scared the living daylights out of Paimon!
Que isso, pai? O carro, ele é assim, você tá ligado, né? O Yaksha aí, ó. O que foi ajudado pelo zumbi lendário. E aí, cara? E aí?
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look.
Tá aqui do lado aqui, ó. É a Paimon.
If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot. I suppose there's no cause for concern.
Treta de adepto. Treta de adeptos.
It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I see you have returned to your previous form.
Você conheceu ela dessa forma antes?
I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Interessante.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war?
Boa pergunta. Top de linha.
Oh, wait! Let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Behold, the glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang Continuous Fire Mechanism. Hands up and surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
Olha, Paimon zoando mesmo, velho. Zoando a adepto do lado dela.
An impressive imitation.
Paimon knows her all too well.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you describe. You may be unaware, but her talent with Adepti sigils is just as formidable as hers. The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death. The Cloud Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she had to activate her sigils.
Tá.
A Cloud Retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your
Outra
bird
ótima
form again?
pergunta.
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape?
E ela morreu na guerra?
When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world, a mortal form is hardly the most fit.
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor, and always in her avian form.
Ela se aposentou igual o Zhongli.
Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years ago, when she decided to don her human form.
One believes there is little need to relive bygone matters.
Fala aí.
Granny, are you okay?
Eu quero saber, aí não.
Back then...
Perhaps this conversation should end here. I shall take my leave now.
Eu achei que ele ia simplesmente sumir, igual ele sempre faz.
Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name. However, given that you are traveling with Cloud Retainer...
Tudo boa. Falou.
Everyone, I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
Por que ela se transformou em humana 30 anos atrás? Será que é pra treinar a Shenhe? Não foi ela que treinou a Shenhe? Ela cuidou da Shenhe.
Slowly now, calm your mind and recount what has been recalled.
A long time ago, I stayed...
Huh. So what Shinto said was true! You did fall ill! Was that what...
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness.
Entendi.
I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea pills.
Bigode? Quem será, hein?
He told me that the pills were concocted using Adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
Então a demência que você está sofrendo agora, na verdade, é...
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago? And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check? Paimon's brain kinda...
I'm sorry, I don't.
Hey,
Que isso, mulher?
you're not
Calma.
useless. You've done so much for me.
É isso aí, ó.
Fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit...
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything.
Next location. Next location. Oh, there isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start? Oh, Paimon's got it. Let's check after all.
Vamos lá.
If she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right? Oh, Paimon's really got her thinking cap on today. At this rate, we'll recover all...
Paimon tá animada mesmo em ajudar, hein? Vamos lá, ó. Procure por pistas ao norte do relevo de... Bom, vamos aqui, depois aqui, depois aqui. Bora. Bom, que eu ando um pouquinho nessa área, eu acho que eu andei pouco nessa área aí. Enfim. Eu queria saber porque ela se transformou em humana 30 anos atrás, rapaz. Eu queria saber, rapaz. Opa, olha aí, ó. Sinal, ó. Ó o sinal. Então tá.
Stabilize.
Bora.
Whoa, why are there so many treasure hoarders here?
E aí, pessoalzinho?
Guess it's time to round up some bad guys.
Deixa comigo. E aí, Oswaldo, quer ajuda? Faltou um, Oswaldo. Fez toda a farofa. Tá aí.
Do you remember anything about this place, Granny?
Let me think. But I don't think I stayed here too long.
Got it. That's okay. There are still plenty of...
Tá aí.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, I believe I brought...
Não fala papai, irmão, não.
I brought some sweet snacks with me. Go on, take some. You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big and strong.
Oh, thank you. Then Paimon will help herself.
É lógico que vai. Evento? Bom, vamos lá.
Midnight Phantasmagoria. Everybody stand back.
Cadê o Guba? Ih, a cura. Bom.
Stabilize.
Pronto, evento concluído. Bom, é o seguinte, galera. No dia de hoje, se bem que, mano, é bom fazer isso aqui, né, velho? Será que dá tempo? O pessoal não andar pra cá, né? Na missão diária. Tem esse problema, né, velho? Tomara que a missão diária não seja aqui perto. Que no dia de hoje, eu simplesmente, olha só. Dormi 3 da manhã. E acordei 7h30. Então eu dormi pouquíssimo, o que não é legal. E eu estou quase fechando o olho aqui, tá bom? Então já vou terminar por aqui. Um pouquinho mais curto, porque eu quero dormir, tá bom? Mas amanhã a gente volta. Inclusive, acho que tem coisa pra evoluir aqui, ó. Ah, faltou um. Mas eu tô pegando desses personagens. Quero evoluir ela porque ela vai ficar no nosso time, né? E o Oswaldo é bruto, né? Então no próximo vídeo a gente segue nessa missão, tá bom? Quero saber quem que é essa velhinha aí, hein? Será que, mano? Acho que será que ela vai ter alguma ligação com a Redentora? Talvez essa história de 30 anos atrás, que a Redentora...
This wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Né? 30 anos atrás que a Redentora se transformou em humana. Será que nesses 30 anos atrás que ela era humana, uma parte, se encontrou com essa velhinha? Será que tem alguma ligação? Né, mulher? Cadê ele? Ah, ele aí. Então amanhã a gente volta, beleza? Bom, tem o evento também, né? O evento começou ainda, né? Deixa eu ver aqui. Ah, eu peguei isso aqui, tá? Ó. Aproveitem aí, ó, e peguem, beleza? Muito bom. Quando tiver o evento aí eu jogo. Mas primeiro tem que terminar essa missão. Vamos aqui. Bom, espero que vocês tenham gostado, galera. Se puder, deixar o like. Muito obrigado. E até o próximo vídeo, hein?